won't you listen to the Shots Fired podcast? And as usual, we have no fucking idea what number this podcast is.
39?
39? Is it 39?
Just go with that.
Oh, you know what? We could look it up on Google or YouTube or something. But it's one of our podcasts, and it's the most recent one. If you've lived long enough to make it to the end of March 2020.
34.
Episode 34. Wait a minute. This podcast is brought to you by Germ-X. Germ-X hand sanitizer is one of the hardest to get products on the fucking planet. And I have some right here on my face.
All right.
Yeah. If you want to get some Germ-X hand sanitizer, stop by any one of the TacticalSht stores, St. Louis or Orlando. One of our maitre d's will offer you a free sample of Germ-X hand sanitizer. While you're there, pick up your tactical gear for the Boog, the Boogaloo, the Boogaflu, or the coming zombie apocalypse.
Or a hybrid of all three.
That's probably the most disappointing thing about COVID-19.
Yeah.
Is that
there's no zombies.
There's no zombies. I mean, everybody's acting like there is because as of today, you can't get any freedom seeds to put in this thing anymore.
Mine's suppressed.
Yours is suppressed. This is actually my son's upper, and he's rocking a Surefire muzzle brake because he's got a Warden that are on back order, right? My upper would be running a AAC brake because I run a SDN6 old school clicky click.
Excellent choice.
Right. But freedom seeds are coming. They're getting hard to find. You know, we've seen an absolute fucking run on everything for the last couple weeks.
Literally everything. I mean, give it another 3 weeks of this shit and we won't have a St. Louis store because there'll be nothing in it but pants.
Right. We're hoping that our suppliers can keep supplying us.
No shit.
Because we've damn near run out of ammunition. Although we do still have some. The one ammo that all the preppers and the boogers and the people that are scared to death of the pandemic uncertainty of the COVID-19 crisis, they're not thinking about Fort Scott.
No. And
Fort Scott is perfect if you're looking to slay, say, zombies or, I don't know, bad guys, right? Bad guys.
Or the Wuhan.
Yeah. I don't know that Fort Scott will stop the Wuhan.
It's worth a shot.
But Fort Scott TUI ammunition, in other words, tumble on impact. They're not a sponsor of this. They are a partner of TacticalSht, but Fort Scott TUI ammunition is perfect. I mean, it basically gives you an ammunition that's made for defense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Barrier penetration, tumble on impact, absolute devastation to soft targets without over penetration.
So
that's what she said. I don't have over penetration problems.
I'm hoping this would be, funny you bring that up. I kind of just purchased 20,000 rounds of 223. Hope you don't mind. That's disgusting.
What? I just gargle with Germ-X every once in a while.
Kids, let this be a listen. This is what happens when you start with the claw. That's what it leads to. Chugging hand sanitizer.
This is not a claw. This is a monster. It's too early for the claw.
That's fallacy. There is no law when drinking claw.
Correct.
Everybody knows that.
Correct. So if they enact martial law, we should all just drink the claw.
Yeah. Martial law does not apply when one has the claw.
So martial law has been put in effect in Spain, Italy, and France, right?
Yeah.
So cops in Italy are actually writing people tickets for riding their bicycle to the fucking beach.
Wow.
Now, that's not the kind of martial law we think of. When we think of martial law, we think of like World War II, German SS, coming door to door to fucking take your firstborn, whatever.
See your papers.
Maybe that was biblical. I don't know.
You just combine Moses with Nazis. I'm slightly confused by your history.
It's all the same shit. It just happens over and over again with different players.
And then on the 8th day, the Lord created the Decepticons.
You haven't even asked me why I'm wearing sunglasses.
I just assumed. I don't know. I never ask questions with you. I just roll with
you could have the coronavirus and the particulates, the water droplets, the aerosol from your mouth could jump all the way across the table and get into my eyeball sockets.
Wow.
And so I wear the glasses to protect my eyeballs from flying coronas. It's true, man. This fucking works. Trust me. I got to worry about this. You see the color of this beard? I'm like one of the fucking 3%ers. Well, the 3.6%ers. I've always been a 3%er.
Could die from coronas?
3% will die from the corona.
Jesus Christ.
That brings a whole new meaning to the word 3%er, doesn't it?
Slightly. That's a new 3%er that evolved out of this crisis.
So Spain, Italy, and France are basically under some sort of martial law. They have to stay at home. And the reason they're doing this, at least the sensible, the reason that makes sense is to try to eliminate the curve.
Yeah.
You know, every pandemic, every viral outbreak, probably every common cold has a spike. And during that spike, because of the contagiousness of this thing, the spike will overload the medical systems.
Yeah.
And it'll overload a lot of other things. You know, you won't have enough firefighters. You won't have enough law enforcement. There's all kinds of pandemonium that can come from a pandemic.
Funny enough, while we're on the topic of overloading, a lot of European countries, including Canada, are finding out that this wonderful, awesome socialized healthcare system is completely crumbling and collapsing.
Oh my God! Socialism doesn't work during a crisis like this?
No, I mean, I get it. Canada, during regular times seems to do decent enough, but as soon as there's a pandemic, the entire medical system is collapsing. It's not looking too good. I think Sweden is having some major issues because of it right now, and they're like the poster child for successful socialism type Medicare systems.
And all these idiots have known this shit was coming for eons.
Yeah, this apparently is not a new
It's
thing.
almost like they wrote a script.
Weird.
There is a Dean Koontz book, or is it Kuntz? Dean Kuntz?
Yeah.
Koontz?
Yeah.
So one of our tactical shitheads sent me a picture the other day of some screenshots of some pages of a Dean Koontz book. I don't know which one it was. Google it, whatever. But in this story, and this book was written years ago, in 2020, a coronavirus-based thing, pandemic happens, and everybody gets pneumonia and fucking dies, and then just as quickly as it shows up, it goes away, and then it shows up again 10 years later. That's in a Dean Koontz book, right?
In the 1980s, they were talking about this in the hit song "My Corona." I couldn't resist.
Is that the same song that said Epstein didn't kill himself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
You know that the world organizations, the world powers, people like the Gateses and the Bloombergies and the what's that other asshole's name? I don't know. Just all the big global money, the CIA, the Chinese medical, whatever the fuck it's called. They all got together in October of 2019 in New York, and guess what they did?
Stage what would happen if there was
a coronavirus outbreak,
Interesting.
pandemic.
Oh, weird.
And in their documentation, it even says this is not a prediction. Although it happened, coronavirus basically happens like 60 to 90 days later in China when the weapons research facility accidentally let it go or intentionally let it go or the CIA let it go. There's so many fucking conspiracy theorists about this thing, but it's definitely got it. I'm saying it's weaponized.
I mean,
it's a genetic biological weapon.
It's too specific on how it's affecting people and how it's working.
Well, it doesn't affect millennials. Maybe millennials have done this to the boomers. Do you know? I mean, they're literally calling millennials plague rats because they can carry the disease, but they can't fucking die from it. Those worthless fucks. Sorry, daughter.
Damn. Damn. Tell us how you really feel.
I'm just kidding. I do love millennials. I have some in my family.
Either way, it's an interesting thing how specific it is, and I get it. The freaking out is completely unnecessary. Yes, to those with shit respiratory systems, poor immune systems, previous health conditions, or over 65, it's potentially deadly. Not even for sure deadly, potentially deadly.
It's 360 to 400 times more deadly than the common flu.
But this is basically a spicy cold.
Yeah.
And I mean...
Yeah, I mean, you could have. I was talking to a doctor the other day that says that you can have this thing like it's a 24-hour flu. Like you get the chills, you get a cough, and 24 to 48 hours later, you're fine.
Yeah.
Or if you're lucky, 24 to 48 hours later, you have fucking pneumonia. You're in the hospital and you die like a week later.
Or
so
that
it's
too.
It's a chance. It's a chance, but it's not how deadly this thing is. That makes the fear, that makes this a pandemic, that makes this a crisis in every country in the world.
It's the fear of the fear.
It is. It's the disaster.
Yeah.
Being that is caused by the spike in the virus. The initial going viral is can really destroy nations and whatnot. So anyway, enough of this. The fucking regular media talks about this shit ad nauseum. So we're not here to do that. We're here to talk about how is this crisis affecting the Second Amendment community, the preppers, the people that are prepared, tactical shitheads in general, by their very nature. I think a lot of people have gotten caught with their pants down.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me that people wait until a crisis to go buy ammo.
I mean, I can get like, oh shit, I'm a little low. I wouldn't mind stocking up in case this is really crazy. But I mean, the people who I have no ammo, or the people who are now deciding it. On one hand, it's great. I mean,
I love it. I sell ammo.
Anytime people get into firearms and join the community and get involved is a good thing. Not ideal circumstances. But once again, our community is growing and expanding. I don't know how many fucking times on the floor. I'm, as you know, not on the floor all that much anymore. And still when I'm out there, I'm hearing, I want to put together my first AR. It's time to buy a gun.
Was that a Freudian slip of your promotion to general manager at Tactical Shit?
That might have slightly, but mainly more than anything, the little bits I'm out there, just in that hour or two each day, I'm hearing nonstop, I'm coming in to get my first gun. I think now is the time to get an AR. People who you can tell are not.
I've had two friends call me this week. I want to know if they can build ARs before the shit hits the fan. And I told them both, absolutely, order a lower, order a complete lower if you're not handy, and we'll take care of the rest of it. And you can come in and get your upper, put your pins in, and you're ready to go. But I do understand why people wait for the ammo. So one thing I always forget, and a lot of people in the shooting industry forget, is that, the shooting industry. Tactical shitheads and industry as fuck people, right?
Yeah.
We are not the norm. We are not normies. We are extremists, but not that kind of extremist. We are the 3%, the 6% of the gun owner population that considers our lifestyle to be attached to the word tactical, or associates our lifestyle with the word tactical. We consider ourselves prepared for a robbery, prepared for an attack, prepared for a home invasion, prepared for a carjacking, whatever it is. There's a lot of things to prepare for in this shithole world we live in.
Yeah. And
then all of a sudden, we find out that we are not prepared at all for a virus. And you see that in the mask thing, right? Yeah. So, but anyway, before we get into masks, I want to just kind of finish that thought. So the tactical shitheads and the people in the firearms industry are typically not the ones that are waiting till the last second to buy their ammo, to build their guns. It's really the regular guys.
Yeah.
It's the regular guys, the guys that don't think about guns every day, all day long.
We kind of, because we're so saturated in it, that's a normal thing for us. but sometimes we forget that outside of this building, that's not fucking normal.
Right. So, I do understand the panic buying. And also, guns, ammo, Bibles, those are things that people cling to, according to Obama.
Yeah.
Especially when shit gets tough. And I think having ammo gives people just an extra sense of calm, knowing that they have ammo. You know, now they don't have toilet paper, but they got fucking ammo. You might not have hand sanitizer or N95 respirators or anything else you need, but you got ammo. Yeah. But the good thing about having ammo, as we see with all the memes,
you can take other
people's shit. So your neighbor, when they have their pile of toilet paper, when shit gets real, you can go get yourself some toilet paper.
Exactly. Why spend your hard-earned money to go shopping when everybody else next to you's done it for you?
Which is precisely why I think, we joke about that.
Yeah.
Right? But that is precisely why
joking.
I linked up 100 rounds of ammo on my saw and set it by the back porch the other day.
For when me and Ben come knocking.
Yep, that's exactly right. And that's exactly why I got out my full battle rattle kit, my body armor, my double shingle of mags, fully loaded with, M855. And I got my flashlights and everything ready, and I got my CBRN gas mask, and all that shit is staged. Am I going to need it? Most fucking likely not. But it was fun getting it all ready and knowing that I could. And I am a realist. As society, if this goes on prolonged, right? So right now, we just found out today they're shutting down casinos. Mm-hmm. They're shutting down all inside dining.
Yep, carry out, takeout, and delivery only.
And so there is literally nothing to do. You can't go to a ball game. There's no sports on TV.
No concerts.
You can't go to bars. You can't go to restaurants. You can't go to concerts. There's nothing to do other than fuck and shoot guns.
The amount of kids that are going to be born.
They're going to be called the Corona Boomers. The Romer.
They'll probably have a whole generation of that. Like a very specific generation of kids.
The Corona generation.
Yeah.
God, this word needs to go
Corona
away. I'm already
critters.
sick of saying it over and over and over again. And so you have everything ready, and what do you have it ready for? Is it because the cops are going to come and kick in your door because of martial law and they're going to take your guns? Yeah, maybe. I doubt it. But if they do, I'm rocking the right equipment to make them wish they didn't. However, that's probably not realistic. What's realistic is the people that are criminal-minded and or fucking desperate because they don't have toilet paper or they want your toilet paper and change toilet paper with anything. Money, whatever.
Ammo, gear.
If shit gets desperate, I would imagine crime is going to go up.
Yeah.
Carjackings are going to go up. Shootings are going to go up. We already saw a shooting. This shot's fired. We probably ought to talk about one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just saw a shooting in Springfield, Missouri, 2 days ago?
No,
was that yesterday?
Last night, I don't know. All the days are starting to run together.
Yeah. So in Springfield, when we first heard about this, it was because this guy was the active shooter. He shot 4 people. I hate it when the media does that. Active shooter kills 5 people, including himself. He doesn't fucking matter. So he killed 4 people.
Yeah, I don't know why they always count.
One of which was a cop. Okay, it's like you're giving him extra credit because he killed himself. Oh, he got another notch on his belt. That's fucking too easy. So, but we were told, everybody here in Missouri was talking about how this guy was quarantined, and day 2 of his coronavirus quarantine, and he lost his shit and went and shot a bunch of people at the Come and Go.
Yeah.
The Come and Go gas station. And it's even spelled C-U-M.
Only fucking Missouri.
Isn't it spelled C-U-M?
It's K-U-M.
Oh, it's K-U-M.
Yeah.
So the K-U-M and Go gas station.
They had to be clever with it.
Yeah, he shot the guy that works behind the counter, young kid, like 22, shot a cop, wounded a cop, shot another cop, killed a cop, and then shot another person at the gas station.
Yeah.
Now, They're not saying it was a robbery.
They don't really have any motive right now. We went through, 5 different articles trying to find anything?
But we did find out that the whole corona thing was bullshit.
At least for now.
Yeah, he didn't have a coronavirus. He wasn't fucking sick of being quarantined after day 2. Literally had nothing to do with it. But everything right now seems to be 99% of the information you get on a daily basis on social media is complete bullshit. Trust but verify. For example, the other day, I got a call at midnight. This was day before yesterday, from some people that I know that know a lot of people. People at the Pentagon, SOF type people. And they told me that within 24 to 72 hours, we were going under martial law. They were locking down the United States, and it was going to be complete quarantine. That's when I started belting ammo and getting the gear ready, right? Yeah. And it turns out Atlas News actually broke the news yesterday, and it seemed like it went off, like nobody even talked about this. Atlas News broke it that that was actually a hack. So I had all these people were telling me I've seen the emails. I've seen the emails from my buddy at the Pentagon, or from my buddy at the State Department, or my buddy at the Department of Homeland Security, whatever. And so it was a foreign state, a foreign actor that hacked the it wasn't Department of Homeland Security, but it was
DOD.
No, it wasn't DOD. It was like some other division. State
Department?
Yeah. They basically hacked somebody very high up and sent these emails from people to people and created this rumor, in order to make Americans panic.
Which kind of furthers the idea that this was planned and not just a thing.
Yeah. Is this a coincidence that COVID-19 is coming up during the election year and they're trying to make Trump look bad all over the world? I don't know. I mean,
it's pretty fucking convenient how it's working out right now.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to tell you part of it too. I could be assassinated for even giving this information out. But when I heard that whole, hey, a rumor from guys in the military, State Department, DOD, that it's coming down that they're going to do an imminent shutdown and martial law. There's this thing called the Lance Corporal Underground. And it is basically, 16-year-old girls at high school don't have shit. The fucking gossip from the Lance Corporal Underground.
Right.
The fucking stories while I was in that comes from the Lance Corporal Underground. Then you do have, what's frightening is that 1 out of 1,000,000,000 times the shit's actually crazy shit is true.
Mm-hmm.
But the other 999,999.99 times, it's complete fucking made up bullshit that's completely off base. And that was my first instant thought, was this Lance Corporal Underground at work.
Right.
Go fucking figure.
Yeah. But I couldn't believe it when I found out yesterday that it was a hack.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
And I didn't see it until I saw their fucking Instagram post. And it was like 10 hours old. I'm like, why is nobody talking about this?
Speaking of that, why have we not heard anything about Russians getting this?
Well, that's a good fucking point.
Yeah. I keep hearing all these other countries, but I'm not hearing shit about Russia.
Yeah. Maybe they have the vaccine. So let's go back to the shooting. The shooting at the Springfield.
Yeah.
Springfield Come and Go. Bad guy, for whatever reason, goes active shooter, shoots 2 cops, and then kills himself. But he didn't kill himself. I don't think he killed himself at the Come and Go. I think he left and went and killed himself somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for those police officers, especially the one that died and his family. My heart goes out to them. The other officer was wounded, but not badly. But what I hate as an ex-cop, what I hate more than anything, when I see these stories, whenever I see an active shooter story that ends with self-inflicted gunshot wound, I'm always extremely disappointed in my brothers for failing at the one fucking job that they had. You had one job. Kill the bad guy so that you can take his fucking life, and don't let him be the one to take his own. And I don't understand that, But I wasn't there. So, but if you know anything about this shooting, talk to us in the comments. DM us if it's OPSEC or some shit. But
I'm sure there's way more information to come out about.
Yeah, it's not a big story. Only 5 people, or I'm sorry, only 4 people died. So that's like a normal fucking half hour in Chicago. It doesn't get a lot of press.
I wasn't aware.
Bye, honey.
Either.
My wife's leaving now. Show me your tits. You're going to drink. Show me your tits. She won't show me her tits.
Not making this awkward at all.
No.
Right in the middle of a podcast.
What? Been married for 22 years. That's all I get. Or is it 23 now?
Oh, wow. That was smooth.
Yeah, I think it's 23 now.
You may want to know that.
Fuck. I'm getting dementia. Speaking of that, you know what's cleaning up the cloudy mind?
Hand sanitizer?
No, the fact that you and I are now sponsored by Man Up.
We are.
Man Up is a St. Louis male clinic that where doctors and I must say some fairly decent looking women administer certain things to your buttocks that increase your testosterone.
It's completely legal too. Instead of buying it from some dude named Dave in a bathtub, makes it in his fucking basement or whatever.
I thought his name was BC. Dave? Okay, whatever.
Yeah, you said that, but not me.
BC, I love you, man. Anyway, so we are there. There's an elephant in the room. We haven't even talked about. Let's talk about shooting number 2.
Yeah,
shooting number 2 is the one that needs to be getting more attention, but it's not because nobody gives a fucking shit about anything but coronavirus right now in the media.
Unfortunately,
and I don't see a whole lot of boogalooers out there protesting anything or showing up to chant "hands up, don't shoot" or anything like that, because we don't get down like that.
And you can't get in groups of
50. The situation that we're talking about is Mr. Lemp. His name was Lemp seems to be the campaign that's running on social medias.
Popping up a lot of places, too.
Yeah, for sure.
And if anybody has insight further on this story, it's hard to find more than just the bare minimum so far.
Well, so Duncan Lemp, we are watching this case very closely, and we're not going to forget about this.
No.
So this guy was a Instagram 2A guy. Although not overly vocal, his Instagram page was up as of the other day, and I went to it. I didn't know him. He was not a follower of Tactical Shit, but he was said to be part of the Boog community, right? A bunch of young men and maybe a few chicks that like posting about the Boogaloo. Boogaloo side quests are some of my favorite memes ever.
Absolutely.
And so he was a 21-year-old. Yeah, 21 years old. He's a computer programmer with no priors.
Well, no one had any negative things to say.
He had a fucking speeding ticket on his background. That was it.
Yeah.
21 years old. If you go to his Instagram, he doesn't have those, 1,000-yard stare. He's not posting a bunch of crazy shit, just jokes about the Boogaloo. And there really wasn't that many of those. Like, if I looked at Fat Dark Earth's Instagram and then I looked at Lemp's Instagram, I'd be like, yeah, that Fat Dark Earth guy, he's a fucking psychopath. But this Lemp character, he just seemed like a normal dude, computer programmer, fairly successful. In one picture, he obviously had a little bit of a dislike for law enforcement. In one picture that I've got here, you can actually see he's sitting on the fly bridge of what looks like a sport fish.
Sure.
Sport fish out in the ocean. Those boats are not cheap, right? So and there's another picture on his social media of him driving a Ferrari. Wasn't his, but he was driving it in Italy, whatever. But anyway, he was killed by the Maryland police. We're not sure. Is it Maryland State Police or was it?
I've not been able to find clarification.
Yeah.
On that either.
So the Maryland police. Why don't you pull that up? Let's see if we can figure out who killed this guy. It was a SWAT unit serving a warrant on him at his parents' house because he's 21. He still lives at home. This would be like the fucking police coming and serving a warrant on my house because of my son, right? So they serve this warrant, tactical unit, at 4:30 in the morning.
What am I pulling up again?
Duncan Lemp, and let's see who killed him. Which police department was it? So, which SWAT team? Whatever. Maryland man fatally shot.
County Police.
While
Montgomery
asleep.
County Police.
Montgomery County Police. So Montgomery County Police, we love the police. I love the police. Not all of us love the police, but I'm an ex-cop, so I believe that there are good cops just like there's bad cops. I think that there's good gangbangers. I don't give a fuck. There's good people in every sect, right? But in this case, I want some answers from this Montgomery County Police. They're going to try to bury this under the rug, just like that Texas police chick that shot that black guy in her apartment, right? Where they tried to make him look like a criminal because he had a bag of weed, or whatever. Now, she ended up getting convicted. Very good, Texas. We want to see what happened in this deal in Montgomery County. So the SWAT team goes to serve a quote-unquote high-risk warrant. How's it a high-risk warrant if he's got no priors and he's 21 years old, staying at his mom and dad's house? Okay, so I'll take your silence as acceptance that this was not high risk. So it's a high-risk warrant for, wait for it, weapons charges.
And the reason why I was looking real quick is they said in a news release, Duncan Socrates Lemp was confronted police and was shot by one of the officers early on Thursday. But then it's very confusing.
Yeah, the beginning of the article says a Maryland man who was shot and killed by police while was asleep in his bed when the police opened fire from outside the home.
Yeah, even if there was a previous incident, which I'm trying to
now
find.
That's the attorney.
I saw a previous one where they said there was some sort of run-in, disagreement, instance, whatever. But I'm struggling to find anything anymore that says why they were there, where this alleged threat.
Well, maybe some of our fans up in that Maryland area can shed some light on this. We've got a lot of law enforcement that follow us, that listen to this podcast. If you know what was going on with this kid, DM us. Give us some insight. Because right now, it looks like he was murdered in his bedroom. Whether he was in his bed or standing at the window with a gun, okay? You're a SWAT team. You haven't entered the house. You haven't even announced yet. Not going to announce, right? I didn't see where this was a silent warrant or if it was not going to announce, but these guys engaged him through the window, through a closed window. He fired no shots.
He was dead asleep.
That's what his family attorney says.
Yeah.
Okay. His girlfriend, who was in bed, also gets shot. Right? So some SWAT guy engages a 21-year-old through his bedroom window at 4:30 in the morning before they've even announced a raid, before they've even attempted entry, because he was confronted. I'm sorry. If you come to my house at 4:30 in the morning, I'm confronting you too.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to have a gun in my hand.
That's a normal
You better
response.
fucking identify yourself as law enforcement and why the fuck you're there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got nothing either. I'm trying to add to it while I'm reading this, and the warrant police obtained to search the home does not mention any imminent threat to law enforcement or the public. Now, here's one thing I find confusing, is the department's news release said the tactical unit members were serving a high-risk search warrant around 4:30 a.m. Lemp was prohibited from possessing firearms, police said. Detectives were following up on a complaint from the public that Lemp, though prohibited, was in possession of firearms.
Now, I did hear something about this. So this was a bit of a red flag type situation. Okay, that's what everybody was saying at first. I did get some insider information where... Oh, stop. I did get some insider information that this had something to do with a restraining order. Okay.
Which would make sense why he wouldn't be allowed to be possessed.
That would be the only thing that explains why he wouldn't be allowed to possess a weapon.
He's got nothing on his record.
But if you're... Look, every white woman in this country, when you get a divorce, or if you've lived with somebody for X amount of years, this kid's 21. How the fuck could he possibly have this going on? But anyway, so every white woman in this country knows the playbook. As soon as you want the divorce, you then file for the ex parte order of protection, and then the guy gets his day in court maybe a week or two later. So how does a high risk search warrant at 4:30 in the morning become justified over a domestic restraining order and possessing firearms? They say that they recovered a rifle and 2 handguns. Now, I believe AR-15s are illegal in Maryland, are they not?
I think there's compliant ones. I don't know. It's one of those.
So,
not my state, not my fucking problem.
But the body camera footage from this one is what we want to see.
Yeah, and I mean, I will say this too. Even if he was not supposed to have firearms and did them anyways and was disobeying the law, because I'm sorry, I'm just going to say, I'm so fucking sick of hearing every justification of anything possible. Well, he shouldn't have broke the fucking law. I'm so fucking done hearing that. Even if he had, there's habeas corpus. There's due process. Not get fucking murder whacked in your bed while you're fucking sleeping.
Right, through a fucking closed window. So here's my litmus test on this, right? When I was a cop, in order to pull that trigger, you had to feel like your life was in immediate danger, and,
absolutely,
and death was imminent for you, right? Typically, that meant the bad guy got to shoot first.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sucks, but it's the way it is.
And so if this kid's in his house, just because he's got a gun in his hand doesn't give you the right to murder schwack him. All right. Is he pointing that gun at you? We'll find that out maybe through the body camera. But this is no different than the black woman that was killed by the cop that came to her house because of her neighbor called for an open front door. And this stupid fucking cop with an itchy trigger finger and bad trigger discipline smoked her at her fucking bedroom window when she was holding a goddamn PlayStation remote.
Jesus Christ.
That's the second time this year police in this country have shot somebody through their fucking bedroom window. What the fuck is wrong with you? How the fuck do you get on the SWAT team?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, look, the whole Ferguson thing, whether right or wrong, what side you agree with, doesn't fucking matter. There is changes that need to be made and some retraining that needs to occur because I'm not going to lie. I have seen personally, I know you have too, and I know this entire fucking community has a major shift in feelings towards law enforcement. People who I knew were pro-law enforcement, former cops. I'm not saying any names, but former cops I know who are now the complete and utter opposite because of what's occurred over the past 4 years. I mean, it's only making their job harder.
Yeah. So, and here's where the police department tries to spin and the media tries to spin this guy into a bad guy. Here you go.
And this is fucking bullshit.
Tell me if this describes any of you out there. There was an apparent reference in his Instagram account to the 3 percenters. That's the amount of people that die from the coronavirus. There was a reference to the 3 percenters, a wing of the militia movement. The group's logo, a Roman numeral 3, has become popular with anti-government extremists. Remember how I said we were extremists?
Yes.
According to the Anti-Defamation League. They're liberal whack jobs, right? On his Instagram account, Lemp recently posted a photograph that depicted 2 people holding up rifles and included the term, wait for it, boogaloo. Slang used by militia members and other extremists to describe a future civil war in the United States.
Now, I want to do something real quick.
All right. So, I mean, that's how they paint you as an extremist, as a right-winger, as a threat to fucking society. They justify killing you in your bedroom. All because you're waging a meme war about a fictitious revolution.
The ADL basically going further into, yep, that's where they do it, of course.
Does this mention tactical shit anywhere?
No.
God damn it.
Yet.
That would be good advertising.
The ADL has, of course, tried to turn the Boogaloo term from a social unrest, civil war, reset of the government into, of course, a race thing. Because everything is turned into a fucking race thing these days.
Yeah. Because some hard rock German band says, do the Boogaloo, kill the blank, I'm not going to say it, and save the whites. Do the Boogaloo, plug a pig, and whatever the fuck that says. I've never heard that song, have you?
No, I can't even. Feuerkrieg Division?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so liberals are out there.
band does it.
So the liberal media, they now are hip to the Boogaloo thing, right? And they are painting you, anybody that wears a Hawaiian shirt, you are now a right-wing anti-government extremist, and you deserve to die in your fucking bedroom, and fuck your girlfriend. We're shooting her too.
Yeah.
That's the next thing. Hey, dumb fuck. Did you check your background before you opened fire, you stupid cocksucker?
There was a baby there, too.
Fuck.
Apparently, one of the articles I read, there was the chick's baby was there as well.
The rest of this dickweed's fucking SWAT team should have beat him to death on the scene.
Absolutely.
But instead, they're gonna circle the wagons, and the PR department for the county sheriff or the county police, they're gonna try to figure out how to spin the story. They're gonna delay the video being released till sometime during the court proceedings, and it's all just, gonna get wiped under the rug. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe they knock and announced, and they threw a flashbang in the front door, and Lemp jumped up and grabbed his AR-15 and said, fuck the police, and got ready to rip that trigger, and he got smoked. I want to see the video.
Yeah, but I mean...
I want to see the video, and if that's the video, I'll take back everything I said, and I will high five. Matter of fact, I'll lick your fucking boot. If you shot this kid, and he was fucking, and it was a clean shoot, I will lick your fucking boot. Show me the video.
Kind of doubt it's going to play that way, though.
Well, I'll use some hand sanitizer on his boot first, because I don't want to get that corona on my lips, on my tongue.
One thing I'll add, too, before...
Oh, fuck. Hold on. I just touched my mouth.
Jesus Christ. That's disgusting. You better be careful, like, if you go to light a cigar, you're going to catch your fucking face on fire.
Fucking shit tastes like ass. I just sterilized my tongue.
But, I mean, before this whole, their job is hard, yeah, you signed up for it. You should have thought that, you're going to have to do knocks on houses and take shit down. It's what happens. But furthermore, again, I always use military reference, so if people don't like it, whatever, they can fuck off. Our second deployment, we were told rules of engagement changed. Somebody has a gun, can't shoot them. Somebody starts pointing a gun at you, still can't shoot them. Once they are engaging you, only then you are allowed to shoot back. This was in a fucking war zone, and that's the rules we had, and we abided by.
So that's your rules in a war zone.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, our cops are allowed to just open fire when they feel threatened.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you, if we had hit an innocent, especially 2007, I'll admit, 2004, 2005, 2006, shit happens.
My face is burning now.
2007 and 2008, if we did a raid and smoke checked somebody and hit somebody else, there would be a NCIS investigation, and our whole fucking platoon would probably get butt fucked.
Did that fucking article even mention that his girlfriend got shot? Where's she at? What's her status? Where is the rest of this story? This is another reason why it leads me to believe there's something going on here, because they've completely swept it under the rug. There's no word as to where his girlfriend was shot, how bad she was shot, any of that. They haven't released the name of the officer that pulled the trigger. I haven't seen anything.
Let's see.
Yeah, so anyway, we are going to watch this story. We are inviting you, tactical shitheads, to talk about this in the comments, to talk about it openly, keep this going until we find out the truth, right? That's all we want. We just want the truth. Because it just seems fishy. And, is this going to kick off the boog? Probably not.
Doubtful.
Probably not. It's just going to kick off a fucking another meme, meme blast
for
whatever.
about 3 weeks, and then we'll move on to everything else.
But what we need to do, I'm not worried about the boog here. I'm worried about holding this officer accountable if he needs to be held accountable. So we need to be asking the questions. Let's see the video. Prove to us that this was a clean shoot and that you had the right to smoke a young man, in his mom and dad's house, in his bedroom, through the window, and shoot his girlfriend too.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta stop talking about this. I just get pissed every time I fucking do. What else is going on?
What isn't going on?
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's talk about a sponsor really quick.
Yeah.
When I was leaving the house today, I typically carry an STI, Staccato C, right? But because of the corona boogaflu and the uncertainty outside the building, I decided, okay, well, I need to carry something with a little higher mag capacity. And so I upgraded from my STI to my Wiselight Pew. Now, I'm going to carefully take this out of my pants, and I'm going to stand up so the camera can see. I don't talk shit. I actually carry, this is a Glock 17 Pew from Wiselight, and as you'll notice, tied to my pants, let me do this with the camera, is my clip draw. Magazine. This gun doesn't have the clip draw magazine clip on it, but I'm using the clip draw magazine trigger guard so I don't shoot myself in the penis.
That really is I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Damn. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
That is a fucking hella comfortable way to carry.
Yeah, because I don't have a fucking holster sticking in my pants. It's like an extra inch not in my pants. That's what she said.
Exactly.
An extra inch not in my pants. Now, it's not something I would do all the time because, if I ran with this, probably not going to be real secure. So, but right now, I didn't have a Glock 17 inside the waistband holster. Mm-hmm. And so I just grabbed my clip draw trigger guard thing, snapped it on there, threw it in the pants. Why am I carrying a 17? It holds more bullets. It's fucking cold outside. I can conceal it. No big deal. So anyway, Clip Draw has been a sponsor of Tactical Shit all year, and you can get the Clip Draw clip for your shield, which I highly recommend for the shield.
Absolutely.
It's fucking awesome on the shield. Or your Glock. Or any number of other guns. You can get that. Get the Kydex trigger guard. Go to ClipDraw, clipdraw.com. Use the Tactical Shit promo code. I believe either Shithead or Tactical Shit works. And you get an unbelievable deal. It's like you get 20% off, free shipping, and buy one, get one, whatever. It comes out to 30-something bucks. Way less than the cost of a holster.
Significant.
And what was really neat, I put one of these on my shield the other day because I'd been carrying one on a Glock 19. I put one on my shield, and the clip attached to the shield, actually the shield can still holster in an inside the waistband or outside the waistband holster.
No shit.
With the clip on it. The clip just rides right over the outside of the holster, doesn't do anything to add any more retention or do anything stupid. So I really think the Clip Draw for a shield owner is a really sexy solution because you don't have to take the clip on and off like you do with the Glock.
Not bad.
But anyway, thanks to a couple other sponsors, just to name a few. Adams Arms.
Absolutely.
Those guys just moved down in Florida. They're supporting our new Orlando store, Tactical Shit Orlando. We opened Tactical Shit Orlando 3 weeks ago, right before the coronavirus closed down Disney, Universal Studios, and
all European
European air travel. So
timing.
If you are in Central Florida, please, please, please stop by Machine Gun America and see Tactical Griffin, basically Craig, and he's our manager down there. He's got an employee, one of the guys called MaxiPad. Go see those guys and spend some money. They've got things we don't have in St. Louis. Right now, they still have armor.
Tons of magazines.
And they still have tons of ammo.
Yeah.
They got armor, they got ammo. They got armor, they got ammo. If you're in Central Florida and you need to get your armor and your ammo fix or flamethrowers, because why? Flamethrowers,
they kill coronavirus
on contact.
Yeah, on contact.
Yeah. The only way to make sure your home is coronavirus free is to burn it the fuck down with one of our flamethrowers. This is parody, guys. Don't actually.
Yeah, we take no responsibility or liability for burning the house down.
Anyway, Adams Arms, Armispec. Armispec's a sponsor this year. Been so since
nice.
SHOT Show. So Armispec's got their sound mitigating buffer systems.
Fuck yeah.
Cheaper than JP and do damn near as good a job. They've got the new Rifter, the Rifter muzzle device, which is a really cool muzzle device with some channeling in it to channel gases forward. And it's got a sleeve that goes over the top of it. That channels the gases forward and the sound forward. So you can either run it without it's kind of like a muzzle device inside a can. And the channels, they don't silence anything. They're not baffles, but they definitely minimize the concussion and push the concussion
away.
forward, and it shoots really flat. So
also, while we're talking about
Rifter.
Armispec, not sure if you can see, I run one of their tactical mag release buttons.
Ooh.
I absolutely love this thing. It's impossible to miss it for mag reloads. And their assisted safety selector, ambi safety. Fucking love this thing.
It's like a little switchblade, so it's assisted, right? So you don't have to manually. Once it breaks, it goes.
Yeah, you just tap it and it flips on the fire almost immediately.
That's
Between
awesome.
that and that mag button, it's like a must on every rifle I own.
Yeah, go to Armispec, buy all kinds of shit. Tell them Tactical Shit sent you. Please.
Or buy it from us.
Yeah, or buy it from us.
Whatever we have.
We sell
left.
Armispec too. We sell Armispec. We sell Adams Arms. We don't sell Clip Draw though. Those guys, they won't let us share in those profits.
Oh, for
because there is no profit because they're selling it so cheap.
for
Anyway,
anybody looking, 20,000 rounds of Fort Scott munitions. I wanted to talk a little bit more about that. We just put that order in, and
that'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
they're right down the street from us.
This is the Boogaloo Bullet Bundle. Is what we're calling it.
You called it the Boogaloo Boogie Bullet.
Yeah,
bundle.
the Boogaloo Boogie Bullet Bundle.
It's the Quad B. The Boogaloo.
Yes.
Boogaloo Boogie Bullet Bundle. Boogaloo Boogie Bullet.
And this is your chance to get. No, is it as cheap as Federal and everything else when you could find it? No, it is not, because it is not the same. So before anybody says,
Is it better?
"Oh, you're fucking price gouging on
Is it
ammo,"
better?
way better.
How much is a box of TUI?
$23.95.
And how much are we selling it for?
$16.99, or you get a discount if you buy an entire case of 1,000. It's like $7.64 or something. Now, before you start saying, "Oh, what the fuck is so much?" It is not just standard ball ammo. This is their TUI copper spun bullet, but instead of being in their own match quality brass, this is loaded into Lake City brass.
Yeah, Lake City brass.
Which is still fucking top-notch brass.
And instead of being 62 grain 5.56,
55
it's
grain.
55 grain.
Still absolutely devastating.
It's probably more devastating because the fucking speed it's going to get.
Yeah, something like 3,200 feet per second.
So it's a
3,100 feet per second.
it's a copper spun tumble on impact round that will penetrate all kinds of shit. Hard cover, no mo, right? It's not armor
Windshields,
piercing.
whatever.
It's not armor piercing, but it's fucking close.
Yeah.
Right? Little bitty bullet traveling really, really fast, made out of nothing but copper with a really, really fucking nice point because it's machined. It would probably be equal, in my opinion, to running M855.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a steel penetrator or tungsten for all you fancy guys that got the good stuff.
Well, I'd say better than Green Tip, because Green Tip...
You think so?
Green Tip's light armor penetrator, but if you shoot flesh, I didn't say what flesh, but shoot flesh, it's in and out. It's actually shit for putting down targets.
Because it goes through them like a 3,200 feet per second ice pick.
Whereas this is significantly more effective because it's a tumble under impact bullet, so it hits and it bounces around and tears everything.
So you're saying this is the perfect Boogaloo ammo.
Oh, fuck yeah. I would run this over Green Tip.
And you would run it over Green Tip.
Yeah.
And we just bought 20,000 rounds of it coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
For a special low price. It's like, 30% off, 20-something percent?
I suck at math, but yes.
Yeah, so it's, what'd you say, $16.99? So
yeah,
$16.99 divided by $23.99. That's 30% off, almost 30% off of the standard Fort Scott ammunition price. just because you're getting Lake City brass and a 55 grain instead of 62 grain bullet, and it's in Fort Scott boxes.
Yeah.
Right? So great deal. We jumped on it today. We bought everything they fucking had.
20,000 rounds.
And so that's great ammo, and we could ship it starting tomorrow. So by the time you see this podcast or hear this podcast, shit, it'll probably be gone.
Most likely.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. We got that going on. I want to update everybody on the CBRN masks. We've been selling Mira Safety CBRN masks. CBRN stands for chemical, chemical, biological. So viruses are biological. Chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear masks, right? We've been selling those for years, and there has been a run on them, obviously, with the pandemic going on.
Yeah.
They are made in the Czech Republic, and they are military grade. The Czech Republic Army actually uses the M7. We sell the M6, which is better because it gives you more full view instead of having the Fallout Boy holes.
That's the band, not the video game.
I'm thinking like a game or some shit. But anyway, go ahead and say it. Just say it. Okay, Boomer. I'll say it myself. What the fuck ever. But anyway, so the CBRN mask, we actually got our first shipment in today. Since the pandemic began, in the last 30 or 40 days, we got our first shipment today.
Yep.
We were able to ship out some. However, we got the masks. We haven't gotten all the filters yet. So we're waiting for the filters to get here. The Czech Republic and all of the EU, the European Union, what's left of it, they all banned export of medical safety, protective safety equipment, medical personal protective safety equipment. They banned the export of it. Now that's selfish as fuck.
Yeah,
okay?
A little bit.
They banned the export of it. China didn't do that. China's still exporting. But the Czechs banned it. The EU guys banned it. Yeet. And so that held things up for a minute.
Yeah.
Mira, we had to get the lawyers involved, and we actually had to get the masks reclassified as military masks rather than medical, so that they wouldn't fall under the ban. So they have now begun flowing again. And then we've had some trouble with the U.S. customs as well. So now they are coming in. The filters are not part of the issue, although they just haven't gotten here yet. So right now, most of our early orders should start getting their CBRN masks in the next couple of weeks. Some are getting them tomorrow. And then after that, we're looking at probably 6 to 12 weeks on wait. So if you are wanting a mask for this pandemic or the next one, I would definitely get in line.
Yeah.
We're not price gouging. It's the same price it's always been. Matter of fact, it's just a good deal, and it's a good product. We're also selling a new product we just put in today. It's a 40 millimeter filter kit for viral protection. So if you already have a gas mask like I do, and you've got a filter that expired in 2014 like I do, you can get this Mira viral mask kit. There's six masks, and they're slimmer, they're lighter, and they're viral protection only. So they ain't going to work if there's a nuclear bomb or whatever. But they're viral protection. It's $150. Again, 6 to 12 week wait.
Yeah.
But according to President Trump, we're going to be dealing with this corona thing till probably fall time. They were talking August, September. So anyway, get in line for that.
Yeah.
We tried to sell the N95 masks. We decided not to. Because no matter what we did, we were bad guys because we were paying more for them than anybody, than they used to cost.
Yeah.
Because that's the way it is, right? There are no boats leaving China right now. Shenzhen Harbor the port is closed.
Shut the fuck down.
So all of the medical equipment, the masks, the stuff that we need desperately in this country can't leave China because their port's closed. Yep. When their port does open, and this is toilet paper too. This is everything, right?
Yeah.
Anything coming out of China comes across on a boat. Boat is the cheapest way to get it here. And it takes 16 days for that boat to get here. Okay? And so The Slow Boat from China, that's actually a fucking song, right? So all this shit is sitting there, but it can't leave. And then when it does leave, when they do open the port, because they've closed down all their temporary hospitals, they're seeing a tremendous drop in cases.
Yeah.
There's actually more people that have died in the world than in China now from this disease. China's on the tail end of this thing. And so when they open that port, it's still another 16 days before any of that shit gets here.
Yeah.
Toilet paper, napkins, baby wipes, whatever the fuck's
gonna
made
be
in China, including N95 respirators, which are needed by guys that do drywall and everything else. And now the president has changed that. All you guys in our comments the other day saying N95 doesn't protect against the coronavirus. I'm a fucking biological scientist. Well, guess what? President Trump and the coronavirus task force actually put a bill through Congress yesterday that changed a law that allows N95 masks to be sold to hospitals because of the shortage of the other masks.
They still need masks.
Yeah. So most N95s are going to medical personnel. We're not getting in that game, though. Until we can find them for under $2, our cost, we're just going to say fuck it. It really sucks because we had a lot of police departments and a lot of fire departments and
still getting
medical. We had hospitals that wanted them, and we decided, you know what, we're not going to fucking sell them because everybody's saying we're selling them too high. It is what it is. You know, it was our normal margin. We weren't marking anything up. We weren't fucking doing any of that. But you know what? It is what it is. So we're not in that business. Good decision, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, let somebody else do it. But anyway, that's the end of the podcast, I think. Do we have anything else? Has there been any other shootings to talk about?
No, too bad. I mean, everybody's too busy making sure they have fucking...
God damn it. There needs to be more... No, I'm kidding.
Too busy stocking up on toilet paper. I really hope these motherfuckers are stocking up on condoms because a lot of these people should not be reproducing.
What is this baby boom going to look like, man?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So we are not looking at martial law. We are being strongly suggested to stay home, to shelter in place with your family for the next 14 days, 15 including yesterday. And they're doing this. Why? Not because they're trying to control you or take your liberties, but because they're trying to eliminate the spike.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what our jobs right now as Americans is, to have a lower death rate than any other nation.
Yeah.
We win at everything. We win at the Olympics.
Let's not win at this one.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I mean. So we win at the Olympics. We win at war, right? So we always kill way more of them than they kill of us, right?
Typically.
We always get more gold medals. We always make more money, you know. And so what they want to do right now, what we want to do as Americans, is we want to win at coronavirus.
Yeah.
And the only way to win at coronavirus is to A, not have our medical industry collapse. B, to have less of our citizens die per capita or percentage-wise or whatever than any other civilized nation.
Yep.
And to do so, you know, when we meet them on the battlefield and we kill 40 and they kill 3, that's what we need. That's the kind of numbers we need. So if China had 3,200 deaths, we need like 460, right? Sucks for those 460 people. Hopefully they lived a good life. But it is your responsibility to wash your hands, especially after you wipe your ass without toilet paper.
How many fucking nasty people are having to be told to wipe? What the fuck were you doing previous to that?
Right. You know, I tell you what, it's probably a good thing every once in a while to remind people not to touch their fucking face and to wash your hands for 20 seconds. I admit I was probably washing my hands for like 10 or 15. So now I spend an extra 5 washing.
Yeah.
You know? Whatever. You know, it's good information. People are stupid. People in general are stupid. And so they have to be told things like this, right?
Unfortunately.
I mean, we saw it very recently, how stupid they are, you know?
Yeah, there's no shortage on that, unfortunately. Toilet paper, yes. Hand sanitizer, yes. Stupidity, no shortage.
Didn't you say that Taco Bell just brought out a new burrito?
Yeah, I really wondered about the timing on that advertising campaign that Taco Bell released like 4 new burritos
during a toilet paper shortage.
It's like, really, guys? I like to live life on the edge and all, but not that far on the edge. Jesus Christ.
You know the one thing I like about the coronavirus? About this whole situation?
Go on.
I've always thought that shaking hands was fucking stupid.
Now you have an excuse not to.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking touch you, you know? And President Trump said it the other day that maybe this will end that tradition.
Yeah.
It was taught to me as a child. Shake the hand, squeeze firm, show you're a man. Stare them in the eyes. You know, imagine killing them.
For dominance.
Imagine killing them.
What? Jesus Christ.
Well, that was not my dad. It was Mattis.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But anyway, think about, forget coronavirus. Think about how many less people would get sick at SHOT Show every year if you didn't have to shake anybody's fucking hand.
You're not wrong there.
Do you know how many people's hands I shook at SHOT Show? It's fucking amazing. And do you know how deathly fucking sick I got when I left?
Extremely.
I think I had coronavirus. I've still got a cough.
Every single symptom.
I had a fever for like a fucking week. I had a cough that still is there a month and a half later, you know, and the
gonna go out and buy a Survivor shirt now.
Yeah. You know what? I'm really disappointed that we haven't put out a cool coronavirus shirt. I saw Grunt Styles fuck coronavirus today, and I thought, man, that's genius. That was good stuff. But anyway, I don't know. We don't have much else to talk about. Just the end of the world is nigh.
Yeah.
Make sure if you need ammo, we have some. Search Fort Scott on our website. Check out the new Boogaloo Boogie bullets.
I really didn't need to make the name that long, but it seemed like a good idea
awesome.
at the time.
That's awesome. And that's it.
Stay frosty.
Yeah. Stay frosty. Keep your head on a swivel. Carry every day. Carry everywhere. Wash your fucking hands and find something to wipe your ass with. We're out of here.